To another rendition of another, unless you choose to play multiplayer, which in that case it would be pretty. Not exactly sure. Anyways, I have already a new save file on here. If you haven't played Dark Souls before, you know, this is probably not the way you should watch it, but you know, whatever. It's all good. It's no biggie. So you'll excuse me. I am drinking my cup of coffee. It is really, I am butt naked. Butt naked. Oh my god, I need to put on some clothes. I am freezing. Oh yeah, you know what? I know exactly what I was doing. I was actually level gaining. Level gaining, peoples. And there's nothing better than actual level gaining. It's the best. All day, every day. I'm trying to figure out which one I want. Do I want the Sorcerer's Gloves? I think the Sorcerer's Gloves are the best ones so far. I haven't seen anything better. I mean, granted, I don't have anything else at level 10, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think I have just about everything. I'm going to unequip that because that thing is too heavy. I don't even know what half of the stuff I have. Oh yeah, I was using Logan's Catalyst. I don't have any shields. Oh, I do have a shield. Alright. So now, I am prepped and ready to go. I think. Now I just gotta figure out the controls all over again since it's been so long since I played Dark Souls. And I'm not kidding you. It's been a very, very long time. So, if you haven't played Dark Souls, it's probably one of the hardest series known on the planet. I'm not kidding you. It's extremely hard. For no good reason, honestly. But I decided to take a knack at it back in the PS3 era. And then when I found out they were doing a remaster of the first one, and I have the second and third one. I do. I just never actually got into it. Mostly because I felt kind of unsatisfied. You see, I never actually beat the first Dark Souls on PS3. I just played it. And I didn't get very far. So what ended up happening is, a lot of things happened in my life that caused me to leave my area. And I had to move around, divorce, blah, 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 things happened. It was just bad. Just bad situations altogether. Did EscalanteXD said divorce? Yes. I was at one point married a long time ago. But that's not important. I'm living a new chapter in my life where I'll probably get remarried, most likely, okay, probably, definitely, in the near future or in the far future. Either way, I will probably be married to Gingy before I know it. Time just flies so fast. But, oh, I was using the wrong one. Well, that's not good. I'm running around with big, huge power monsters attacks instead of, you know, my normal. Well, that's not smart. I think I can attune it at a fireplace. So, I'm a spellcaster. I use Gingy as my muse, as far as that's concerned. I'm at the last boss, to be completely honest with you guys. I am not, like, 100% sure how it ended up being the way it is, but I ended up being at the last boss. I even did some of the expansion, which comes included with the remaster, thankfully. So you didn't have to buy that. I don't think I got any of the other added content for 2 and 3. Not yet, anyway. I will eventually. Eventually. And when I say eventually, when I decide that I am good enough to get it. Because I have this thing where if I don't feel like I'm going to be connected to a game very long, I don't buy any of the content. Alright, so I'm going to attune some magic. And I did this because I was level grinding. And so, level grinding, you generally want good stuff. Alright. So I have a buttload of soul arrow, great soul arrow, heavy soul arrow, great soul arrow. And I'm going to stick with the great. And then I'm going to... And these are, like, finding these spells. You have to really, really look at the shops. You can buy most of them, and some of them you can find, which is also pretty good. And you really want to get the ones that give you the most for your buck. You really do. And I have one of the most powerful spells, but I kid you not, complete waste of time. I tried using the White Dragon's Breath, totally, completely failed. I don't use any of these other ones really either, unless I want to play around. And in the expansion, you get these dark ones as well. And then I got Black Flame, blah, blah, blah. I got some Pyromancer skills, the Tranquil White Piece. And as you see on the top right, it'll tell you what type of magic it is. Like, because I'm a sorcerer, I'll be using nothing but magic spells. If I was a cleric, I would be using miracles. If I was a pyromancer, I'd be using pyromancy. And if I was... Well, I mean, you get the picture. You jump around a lot and decide where you want to go with your build. And eventually, I mean, there's no limit to how much you can level. As you can see on my stats right there, I'm level 157. So I spent a lot of time level grinding and trying to get my stuff where it needs to be. Right now I'm building my dexterity, because dexterity and intelligence are super important if you want to fast cast. I brought up my attunement to level 20, and on top of stats, because whether you believe it or not, the other stats are still slightly more important later on, especially because there is a new game plus where the difficulty is extremely high. So those are things that you got to look out for and make sure you get. The only reason why I want attunement is because attunement, while you have to bring it all the way up to 50 to get the max amount of slots, attunement is basically how you're able to cast a massive amount of spells. You only get a limitation on how many spells you get, and the only way to increase it is with an equipment. But then you'd have to sacrifice something in order to get it. Once you get into it, you'll understand more on what I'm talking about. But it can be a really big chore if you don't know what you're doing. So now that I got myself ready, I'm ready to adventure around and kick some butt. You'll see me one-hit a lot of things. I leveled up to the point where I wanted to. Later in the stages, it's usually like maybe 2 or 3 hits. But either way, you want to make sure that you don't have too much of an issue later on trying to cast it, because they will attack you while you're doing this. As you can see, I have that little cast time right there. That's what I was trying to avoid. Now, magic casting is a little hard. You have to get used to it. First you have to target, and then you have to click the magic that you're using. And then you can switch to your magic by only pressing up on your D-pad, which can be a pain in the butt. But this is basically this is where you want to be as far as magic casting. Now there are different builds depending on what you're trying to go for. Some people, because the way it works when you're doing PvP on this, and yes, there is PvP on here. When you're doing PvP on this, you get basically, once you pass a certain level, you only get higher level people. So you can run into somebody who has a ridiculous amount of power, even though you're I'm level 157, was it? I don't remember. Anyways, I'm in the 150s, and I can run across and end up being against somebody who's like level 300. And since nobody really wants to put in the effort to grind everything up to, you know, maximum, you tend to just try to use this, the stats you're going to use the most. A lot of people will put a lot into health and endurance, and intelligence if they're using a mage. For different builds, I don't know. I didn't do a lot of research into other people's builds. I tried to make my own build, and then eventually I just started just throwing a whole bunch of abilities on there because I realized that every stat is useful. And I eventually want to get to the point where I could just switch out depending on the situation and be either a knight or whatever. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just scrolling around and talking about the game. I'm not really doing anything, as I actually did defeat most of the monsters that I ran into today. And I'm getting a message. I halfway wonder what that message is about. But I'm in the middle of streaming, guys, so don't worry. I won't, you know, ignore you completely. Now, like, for a mage like myself, in Dark Souls 1, I'm not sure, I heard it was different on Dark Souls 2 and 3, but the mage doesn't really use any stamina except for running and blocking and swinging the staff. That's when, and like, very little of it gets used. So, I mean, I didn't really make any progress towards that. If I wanted to run around like crazy, I could do that at another time. Now, here's the example I was telling you about. You can easily miss, and that's annoying, your spell if you're not careful. Now, a lot of times you'll find yourself fishing these guys out. You'll end up memorizing these maps before the day is done. And the sickest part about this game is that you will, if you're not careful and you don't know what you're doing and you're first starting out and you don't know the maps very well, you don't know where they're going to pop out, you don't know where the items are, you're going to do a lot of exploring, you have no clue what's going on. You know, it's just, the whole world is against you at this point. So, when you first start out, you're going to get attack, surprise attack, a lot of things are going to happen, and it's going to overwhelm you to the point where you might just want to quit. I don't think this game is for everyone. That's for certain. There's a high level of difficulty in this game that, I mean, even I still am surprised that I actually stuck playing this game because of the amount of bull crap you have to go through. But you learn how to be resourceful and cheap. There's no need to just flaunt your skills around and say, oh, I got this, and run into a mass mob of attackers. It's just, there's no point in it. There really isn't. Nor will there ever be. You met the... Like, I know it's going to be a little different if you're going to choose to be melee. Which, if you choose to be melee, you got a lot of work cut out for you. You really do. I'm playing actually one of the easiest classes to play with and to actually get far in. Just because of the high damage potential the mage has. There's a drop-off, though. There really is. If you saw my stats before, you're probably wondering, well, if you're like so high level, why didn't you put any stats past level 50 on your intelligence? I'll tell you why. Because I don't start seeing a difference in attack power till way in the higher numbers. So really, honestly, the most effective stat is level 50. And then once you start putting points past level 50, well, not level 50, but stat 50, like the stats being 50, once you get to that point, it's basically a grind. There's really no benefit other than, you know, maxing out your character to its utmost potential. On the first part of Dark Souls, you don't necessarily have to do that. Now, I know I'm sounding a little long-winded, and there's a lot of things that I'm talking about, and you're probably not getting it 100%. But if you do the research, I promise you, you'll find out what I'm talking about. And like I said, this is a already completed, pretty darn near completed character. There's nothing else after this except for the boss fight. I may or not, I'm not exactly 100% sure. I'll check on it later. I may have maybe another side boss to do. Nothing like that will actually change the game at all. I'm thinking the place that I'm lacking right now, I don't want to go down there. That's just going to be a whole lot of mess to deal with. I can hear them down there panting. Oh. But one of my favorite things about this game, to be honest, is the scare factor. Like when you first play it, and something just pops out of the corner and attacks you, and you're like, "Fuck!" You know, it's just scared to freaking death about what the hell is going on. I find it funny. I'm always switching between swearing and, you know, light. Swearing light. But I mean, if you're watching most of my game streams, you already know this is an adult channel. This is not meant for kids. Some games are, but this one is, for the most part, most of my games are adult content, really. And for a good reason. I'm an adult. You know, I'm in my 30s, guys. Come on. There's no need to PG it up at this age. It's just not possible. If you're a kid and you're watching this, man, kudos to you and your parents. I mean, you got some pretty sweet parents, not gonna lie. Now this part I really hate. The dogs are about to pop out. Gotta be really careful. They just jump right over my magic. Yeah, you just gotta be on top of your game right then and there. And these guys like to poison people. Jerk. Come on, target him. We see his head. Sometimes you just have to back up and let your wand do the talking, because seriously, these guys, the dogs are the worst when you're a sorcerer, especially in the beginning. Especially when you're trying to like hit them several times while they're biting and poisoning the heck out of you. There's some guys that pop out here. I really hate that. They really like to give you a run for your money. There's no way to target them. You just gotta fish them out. You gotta basically lead them out of their little corridors. I can't believe that I remember as much as it's been a little bit. I wouldn't say it's horribly long, but I think that if I can say one thing, I beat the heck out of this game and grinded so much that at this point in time in the gaming, I already know exactly what to look for. There might be some surprises here and there, but for the most part I memorize these maps, so I know exactly where I'm going at all times, which is very, very important. Jesus Christ. And these guys want to shoot me. How dare you, sir? I don't want to be melee. So at this point, I'm out of magic. And now here's the part where I was building up dexterity for. That spell is super slow. And it ends up missing. Even though I'm targeting him. I am literally targeting him. And it is missing him. The great heavy souls, or the heavy soul arrows, they have a very, very long charge time. So it makes it really difficult, which is why I'm building my dexterity. It makes it really difficult when you're getting backed into a corner, especially if you don't have any runway. That becomes a large pain in the rear. That I can promise you. It becomes almost unbearable sometimes. So, I mean, there are some difficulties to being a sorcerer, but for the most part, if you build it right, you'll be one-hitting things left and right. And getting randomly attacked. See, that one, I forgot all about that one. I thought I cleared it. Although I was looking. I was making sure. But this guy just popped out of nowhere. I wanted to eat my bum. This looks so breakable. I don't know why it won't let me break it. It looks like there's something down there. I would love to break this. I don't know how I would, though. to be honest with you. I mean, what? No? Does flame work? I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I don't think I have any items that help me burn this thing up. And it's unfortunate. There's no damn map. I really wish there was a map in this game. I think the most hardest part about this game is the fact that you don't know where you're going half the time. Maybe I have a bomb somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. I do have a bomb. No, that doesn't work either. So I'm guessing it's just there for no reason. It's a shame. I got a whole bunch of souls in humanity. Just a bunch of rubbish. That's right. Rubbish. It has no value. I think every time you... And another unfortunate thing is, if you think that you're going to cheat this game, think again. You will not cheat this game. This game will cheat you. If you believe that you can get by shutting off and reloading and all this other good stuff, you're highly mistaken. What is this guy doing? It won't let me talk to him. Random. I didn't know he was here. I don't want to murder him, though. I think he has nothing to say, because I killed his master. I had to. His master went insane. But it doesn't look like he goes insane. Which is interesting. And I did not know he was here. That's the weird part. I had no idea he was here. Well, that's unfortunate, because I would really have liked to kick his ass. I was hoping he would go insane. Maybe if I lead the zombies in here, he'll actually start talking. I'll hide behind you. Go ahead. Oh, he doesn't do it. Taking those hits. Well, guy, you really don't want to do anything. You're just a lazy bum. Oh my god, that slow casting. Look at that. It's powerful, but man, it is slow as molasses. I think I know what I gotta do, though. So yeah, it doesn't look like he's gonna get any movement from him at all. He's just fish in water. Come on, guys. I'm leading the way. Oh! That's a spicy meatball. Homing arrows are the best. Well, homing soul mass. Sorry. I'm thinking about homing arrows. I'm actually using magic. What's wrong with me? Using the wrong name in my stream. Won't be the first time, gentlemen. Won't be the first time. I mean, I feel like I think I've gotten smarter, but it feels like my vocabulary starts to lack every time I hear slang terminology used repeatedly over and over again. I'll start to forget words and think it's one thing, and it's not. It's the other. I don't know, but this world has become nothing but accepting of all sorts of things when it never used to be. Not that I'm complaining. I'm not complaining at all about it. It's actually a beautiful thing. I mean, who doesn't want a good change every once in a while? But that being said, it leads to mass confusion. Look at me with my Estus +1. I was actually gonna start getting more of that later on. Just getting more pluses to my Estus Flask as my health goes up a little bit more. Right now, it should be fine. If I use one of these suckers, I'm gonna I'm gonna be fine at this point. And because I take so much damage, it almost seems kind of pointless to do it. Oh yeah, this is where the dragon... There was a dragon here. I killed it. I freaking killed it. I cheated though. See, there's a passage underneath that you can you go underneath, and you can see it down there. There's a little passage down there, and you can go through it through these doors. But like, if you go to the very left right there, there's a ledge and there's a door in there. And in that, on that ledge, if you aim it just right, you can start attacking the dragon. And if you do enough attack, you don't have to worry about it nearly as much. Alright, buddy, come on. Another thing you gotta know about these damn zombified masses of crap that like to cheese you out of everything is that when they have their shield up, it actually blocks some of the magic. It really does. It ends up using up all the magic. It's unfair. It really is. How dare they? And when you do this on your first round, before you start messing around too much... Oh, he's angry! Not horribly angry. Oh yeah, I got my great souls again. These guys don't really give me any souls, but I mean, who's gonna say no to free stuff? No, forget it. Forget about it. I'm here to destroy everything. They're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna sit there and watch me whoop them. Might as well do something. That guy's like begging to die. Look, he's like, release me of my torture. That guy just got killed. You can actually see the silhouettes of people dying. It's actually pretty funny. So if I touch this bloodstain, you can watch as somebody's coming in here, rolling. And he just got killed. That was super quick. What was he fighting? Here's another silhouette. Dang. They're just getting knocked around. What the heck were they fighting that killed them so quickly? Kind of makes me wonder sometimes. Oh yeah, these guys are nothing but lightweight weaklings. I'm just gonna pop in the face any chance I get. It's good times. I think on the next part, I'm gonna try to attempt to go to the next boss fight, and not the last one, but the next one. I want to see if it looks any cooler. Actually, you know what? Let's go towards that right now. These guys are really easy, and you're not really getting anything out of this. You're just watching me, and you're probably gonna figure out, you know, what to do, where to go. And who wants to give you all that information? I don't want to give you that information. So let's go to Anor Londo. I think that's where the painting boss fight, I think, is. And I believe that I have the item necessary for that. I do believe.
You have made it back.
You were gone so long.
You were gone so long. Go ahead. You may rest here. Even an undead requires repose. If you require rest, that is...
Alright, so I was actually originally in the right spot. So we're gonna go this way. I'm not 100% sure. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not going nuts, what I'm looking for is down here. I'm so lucky I looked before and went down. That would have been a long fall. And that would have been instant death. Not that I couldn't revive myself. There's really no reason why I couldn't revive myself. You do instantly revive, but you'll drop your soul wherever you died. So that's one thing you gotta watch out for, because it gets a little hectic sometimes. It really does. It's fearsome. Now the hardest part for me was trying to figure this out. I didn't look it up. I was just messing around. I was like, well, there's really nowhere to go. But apparently you climb up this thing, go on the roof, and then you have to climb on, walk on the beams up there. And it's a little difficult, because if you fall, you're dead. There's no coming back from that, guys. At all. Never again will you be seen in the face of that. So let's see. Which way do we want to move this thing? Is this going to move it up? I'm not sure. No, this is moving it down. I gotta move it the other way. Take Bobbit. Well, maybe it'll take me where I need to go. There's a painting I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I think it's right here, though. I think I'll find it right here. Now, I got these little white ninjas out here trying to get me. The painting's on the other side of the wall, so I gotta be really, really careful. Because if they come at me in droves, I'm not gonna make it. At all. I could rush them, but I don't know where that would lead me, except other than death. Look, stupid ninjas. Stupid ninjas. You make me look bad. The drops are pretty good, though. What'd you get me? What do you give me? So, I'm in the right spot. Hopefully I don't die from fighting the paintings. Oh! I really don't like the targeting. God, I wish there was a better way to target these guys. Because tapping that so you don't freaking mess yourself up, that messes you up. Because it messes with your camera. Come on. Seriously? Give me a flippin' break. Another painting. Let me get some of that armor. That looks pretty neat. I want a painting guardian armor. I want to look like a white ninja. I want to look like a Power Ranger. Come on, buddy. You seemed hell-bent on using that double sword a minute ago. I wanted to see your actions. I wanted to see what you were about. Let's drink a potion. Let's get to work, gentlemen. Come on, I know all of you want a piece of this. All of you. No? You don't want a piece? I could have sworn you wanted a piece. Hey now. I appreciate this craziness. I can dodge too. Sometimes I don't, but I can. I wonder if I have the necessary item for this though. It's another painting guardian. Oh, you missed. Well, I took the hit while you took the hit. Unfortunately for you, I am more superior than you. So this is the painting. I could have sworn I got what I needed for it, though. Is it the ring? What was it that I needed to get this painting? Souvenir of reprisal. Souvenir taken for sipping. Blah blah. Oh yeah, that's right. I got this for killing somebody. For being an evil bastard. Purple coward's crystal. So much stuff. I just want the stuff that's necessary. I don't know what this pen... Oh, yeah, I know who the princess died. And I ended up having that. A dried finger. Man, I don't remember exactly what I'm supposed... And I got all this craziness. I don't remember how to use any of it. I would like to remember how, in the flying F, I entered this damn painting. Did I even kill the lady in the painting? I don't remember if I did that or not. I don't know. Bring in some princess, blah blah blah. There's a lot of things I don't remember about this game, and that is one of them. All I know is that me and my trusty magic shield will be taking people out. Out! Outside, indoors, doesn't matter. I'm taking them out. Taking them on a date. Date with destiny. A date with death. Or something to that effect. Now I'm really disappointed. I don't remember what I'm supposed to have to get this lady. You know what? I am going to do a little bit of exploring. Just a little bit. Nothing too big. I am going to find out exactly what is going on, what the flying flip is going on with this situation. Yeah, accidental touch my butt. Yeah. I'll need the peculiar doll. Is that even a thing? Peculiar doll. What is wrong with them? What do they think I am? Crazy? I think I know why I was leveling up too, because I was scared of the peculiar doll. I was scared of it. Frightened. I didn't know what I was doing. Well, that's unfortunate that I have to go through all this crap all over again, but it is what it is. That's a huge mechanism. You know, the only gripe that I have about Dark Souls is that I have to look like an undead, because if I put on humanity, people are coming after me. I've done some dirty deeds. I've done some dirty deeds, and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds, and they're done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds, and they're done dirt cheap. I actually never knew what they were exactly saying until way later on. And I was like, what the hell are they talking about? Dirty deeds? Dirty deeds? And it's literally dirty deeds, and they're done dirt cheap. Funny. It was a very interesting thing. I didn't know that. I'm glad I do now. Makes me happy just to know that life is just full of so many surprises. But I find that in like a lot of songs. A lot of songs I end up like not understanding exactly what the flying flip they are talking about. Because it just sounds like they muffle their words sometimes. I'm just like, what the why? Where in... I don't understand you people. Alright, Birdie. I want you to take me to a place no one's ever been. Oh, well, that was nice. Good job on that one, ma'am. It's called ma'am! Sorry, I had to bring out that meme one more time. Just one more time. Come on, I want to at least get something done while I have the stream. Something. You know, I don't understand what is wrong with me sometimes, but I can tell you this. It's a lot. There's a lot wrong with me. I am a messed up individual. Duo? Individual? This bird is supposed to take me to a faraway land. And I don't remember how to do it. Do I have to do the praying pose? Is that what I have to do? Do I just pray to God that they take me? Or is there nests that I didn't know about? I don't remember, to be quite honest. There's a gesture that you can do. I know there is. Did you know that you can't kill this damn thing? Ain't that messed up? I halfway wonder sometimes, like, where did they come up with this crap? Alright, I have no idea how it's done. Man, I don't remember crap. Take me to the asylum. Maybe he'll listen. You know, sometimes when I talk about things, it automatically happens. Take me to a land of Neverland. Why can't I remember how to do this? It's kind of unfair, to be honest with you. Do I pray? Do I sit around and hope to God that I don't die? Is there something? Something I don't know. You know what? Why? Because I thought so. Maybe I already did it. That's a possibility too. I hate to just sit there and search stuff while I'm streaming. Because that would just be a bad thing. That's poor taste, people. This poor guy right here.
Oh, I'm distracted.
He has no more things to give me. I have spent so many souls on that guy. Is there really no way to go? I don't remember how to do gestures, and I don't remember how to do anything. Apparently, I'm just a big retard, and I'm just walking around talking to you guys. Because I have nothing else to say. Stream ads. I will. I promise you. You will see me fight something. Something big. Maybe the last boss. No. I don't want to fight that thing right now. That would just be awful. Oh, man. I'm treating this stream like I'm on my Twitch right now. Man, forget that. I always end up falling back into my old ways of streaming. What's wrong with me? How dare I? How dare I, ma'am, sir? How dare I? Oh no! Skeletons! You're not allowed to fight me. You're not allowed to have a chance. Who said you can have a chance? Nobody! Nobody said you could even revive yourself. This stupid bird doesn't give me what I want. All I want is to be free! That's all I want. Is that so bad to have? Like, is it so wrong to want to find a better time in their life to just sit around and just talk about the good old days? I bet you that when I find out how to get back to where I was supposed to be, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I didn't think about that. It's usually how it works. I'm just like, oh, brain, what is wrong with you? I like to know how to get like certain areas. I've got most of the items that I could possibly find in this game. But there's some I'm just like dumbfounded on how to get. And while I could do the research, I've just become complacent at this point because I'm so damn powerful that there's really no point. I kid you not, I am... No! I took that to the face. I took it to the face. Alright, well that was Dark Souls, everybody. And I appreciate you guys for watching me. I know how uneventful that was, but I think what I'll do is rather than jump on this one, I'll try a different class so you guys can take a look at it, see it, enjoy it, love it. Remember, I am here to serve. If you have anything else to add on to my stream, I would love to hear your suggestions, so make sure you comment below and let me know what you want to see next. Also, it's always a good thing to ring that bell so you can get notifications on when I'm streaming, so you can catch me live and talk to me personally. You know, we can have an awesome conversation. I don't mind talking. It's not that I'm lonely. I'm not lonely at all, by the slightest. It's not like I'm sitting in an empty room with nobody around while my girlfriend's doing laundry or anything like that. Anyways, thanks for checking me out. Make sure to check out my next stream, which will be starting in a few minutes. I'll be on Twitch, and my Twitch account is EscalanteX. Check me out. Also, if you check out my Twitter, you will find some updates every once in a while that I'll let you know if I post another stream. So if you're on Twitter all the time, you'll find me on there telling you what's going on. So look me up at also EscalanteX. Check me out. There's always some new updates here and there. If I think of anything else to even putting up, I'll let you know. Any updates, if there's any downtime, I'll let you know ahead of time as well. Thank you for watching. This is EscalanteXD signing out. Bye!